All right, here we are. It is, what is today, December 19th. This is the last weekend before the Christmas holiday. So excited that I'm able to hop on here after last week having to travel for work. So let me know when you're here. Say hi in the chat. I'll do my best to keep up. I did have a fun request to try and do a snow globe, which scared me a little because I'm not sure how good I was feeling about it, but I did a little pre-work. I have a square Santorini here. And so I did a little pre-work. I took a larger paint bottle and traced a circle, and then, oh, it looks like I'm freezing up a little bit. So I traced the circle, and then I added kind of the base and did a little bit of gesso in the base so far. So hi, Catherine. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Happy holidays. I wasn't sure if this was a good time or not because everybody might be doing their last minute holiday prep. I think after this, I'm going to do laundry is always a given when I'm on with you guys, but I'm going to get some sugar cookie dough prepped so it can chill. And then I'm going to wrap some presents. Daddy's at work, so I think we can wrap some daddy presents while he's gone. So yeah, I am behind the gun on most of the holiday stuff, but there's always time to paint rocks, right? Let's see, how do we want to start here? So I think what I'm going to start with is putting some gold on the base. So this, you can tell this gold paint is well loved or well spilled or something. I'm going to go ahead and put this gold paint on the base of the snow globe. So this Santorini I got from Rock Inman Inspirations. I've used quite a few of hers in the live streams, so that shouldn't be too new of a plug for her. And then maybe if we're watching paint dry or towards the end, I can give you a sneak peek at what this week's video will be. Ooh, Persimmon Cookies. Never heard of that. I think my mom would like those because she likes persimmons to just eat them. That sounds interesting. Never heard of the cookies, though. I am not, you guys have heard me talk about not being a great cook. I'm not a great cook, but I do like to bake, and I am sort of known for the sugar cookies, I guess. People ask for them. I was off my game a little last year, but so we do the sugar cookies, the cutouts, and then do the royal icing and decorate them with those, which is messy and it's kind of a pain, but it's so good and it makes such pretty cookies. So maybe I will share some pictures of them, non-rock related, to make you drool once we get them done. We try and give them to some friends, and I'll probably send some with my husband to the hospital. He actually will be off for both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day this year, which is super cool. So we'll have to send him early. The last 2 years I think he's been on shift for Christmas Eve. We've had him for Christmas Day, luckily, but Christmas Eve he had to work the last couple of years. So it'll be nice to have him for both days. We'll definitely send some cookies to them because they're working hard. So the reason I put gesso on this before the live stream is because Santorinis can be kind of, I'm so sorry for the sniffles. Santorinis can be sort of porous, and they will kind of soak up the paint like that, at least that first coat that you get on there, and it's still even kind of doing it now. But the gesso helps kind of fill in those pores a little bit. So that's why I'm starting with the gold, because I think I'm going to have to do a couple of coats to make sure we're nice and solid on there. So that's a start. Leave that over here. And I think I may need to pull up my picture on Pinterest. I had a sort of an inspiration picture that I need to pull up because I was going to sketch it out on paper, and I completely forgot to get it ready before I signed on here. So let me pull it up really quick so I have it on the side. Behind the gun this year. Let's see, I think it's in here. Yes. Okay, so I'm trying to keep the snow globe really, really simple because I believe it was Tammy was the one that requested this, and she said she was struggling with it. And so I'm going to keep it really simple and just do a tree in the middle. And then I'm going to use the Dragonfly Glaze to kind of create the illusion of the glass, if I can. We'll see. So I'm going to start out, I think, by making a little bit of a tree stump. I brought some brown paint over with me. Hello, Mary Jane, welcome. Happy holidays. So I'm going to start with this little beige and create the tree trunk and then do kind of a green snowy tree. So let's see. I did not bring my chalk pencils over here, so I have no way to line it out, so we're going freehand. Hold on to your hats. That's okay. And I have no gesso down on the centerpiece because I kind of wanted the Santorini sparkle to show through. So there's our tree base. Kind of fitting in there. You can see the gold almost looks like crayon right now. It's kind of not fully opaque, but we'll get it there. And I think I'm actually going to put another coat of that now because it's dry enough. I guess that's one of the advantages of the porousness. It kind of soaks things up quickly. So let's add a little bit more gold to the base of our snow globe. Sammy made a snow globe in first grade that was the cutest thing ever, but it leaked. So we're going to have to either reseal it. I don't know what's in it. It must be, I think there's like an oil base in it. If there's any teachers on here, you probably know, but it's like water and maybe like mineral oil because it's clear, but it's oily. The part that leaked was oily. But she had them dress in snow gear one day. We were all instructed to send them in snow gear, and it happened to be a snowy day. So it worked out. And then she took pictures of them, and then they got to pick what other things they were going to put in their snow globe. So Sammy put some glittery mistletoe and some beads and then silver glitter. And then she took the pictures and cut them out and laminated them, and then it went in the snow globe. So his is really cute because he's got both arms out, and you shake it up and you get all the silver glitter, and it's pretty cute. So I do not plan to compete with that today because you can't compete with the cuteness of a first grader, right? Let me fill in. So now you can see exactly what I was talking about how maybe you can't see it as much as I can live, but the porousness, sometimes you don't get the full solid color. I'm taking a peek at my example tree real quick here. Freehanding makes me nervous. Welcome to my world. But we're going to try it anyway and see what happens. So this tree is kind of cartoony. It's going to be kind of cartoony and simple. That's the idea here, is to make it simple. Especially since Tammy mentioned she was struggling. So I'm going to start with the bottom section of it. I don't even know what to call it because I'm thinking of how we put our fake tree together, and there's like the 3 sections of it. There's the wide bottom. And so I'm going to make the angles first with this paint, and this will take a couple of coats most likely to get it filled in. And then I'm going to make scalloped edges along the bottom like that. And we'll fill it in. And then I think I may need to pull the angle in a tad bit more. Like this. And the scallops on the other 2 layers will need the aid of a black pen to help them show. Let that dry for a sec. You can see how it's kind of tricky to cover up this brown. So we have literally a tree skirt. Literally a tree skirt here. Let me take a peek here, and then, okay. So this next angle is going to just kind of angle out a bit further, like this, so that it sticks out. And then if you picture the scallops, even though you won't be able to see them once they're filled in, but we'll get them on there with the black pen as a finishing touch. Try and keep this kind of rounded. Oh, there's Tammy. Hello, Tammy. We're using your idea of the snow globe. I did a little pre-prep by tracing the round globy part, but we're working on filling in the base with gold and getting a tree on here. So we're going for simple because you said you were having a heck of a time. So we're going for simple. I'm going to, I feel like my tree is crooked already. Let's see. So this will be the top layer of our tree. I'm just going to go ahead and fill it in because, like I said, those scallops aren't going to show until we get completely filled in. Fill in a little. I'm going to let this green dry and come back to the gold because the gold is not where I want it yet. So we're kind of bouncing back and forth while the paint dries because that's what we do, right? Yep, we're doing the snow globe. Now I'm looking at it up on the screen and I can see where it looks crooked. That's so funny. That's okay. Everything will be fixable. Everything is fixable. Okay. I'm gonna let that green dry and clean up some of these. Oh, you had grandkids there. How fun. Are you tired now? I know our kiddos, I think, wear grandma out pretty good. Well, let's be honest. Let's blame Sammy. He's the young one. He's got all the energy. The other two are pretty low key at this point. Teenagers are pretty low key. But Sammy is full of energy. He's actually outside playing right now. Even though it's freezing out there, he's getting some of that energy out. I'm kind of filling in the edges because that's where it feels like it's not as solid. So I'm using just a skinnier brush than I started with to fill in the gold. Okay, the globe was your issue. Okay. So we're going to try something. We're going to try and use the Dragonfly Glaze to help the globe look glassy. We'll see. And I picked this Santorini because it was easy and within reach. It's kind of cheating, makes it easy because it's not as rough as a regular rock could be, but I was running behind. So we'll see what we can get accomplished here. Oh, okay. Your grandkids are older. Still fun though. Still fun to see them. The color gold I'm using is Folk Art. It's Folk Art Metallic. Pure gold is the color. And I can't see the number because I have spilled paint on it, but it's pure gold. Pretty sure I got this at Walmart. Nothing spectacular special. So you can see here where the green is not completely solid in there, kind of especially on this top layer because the stone kind of soaked up some of the paint. So we're just going to make it nice and festively green here. See how we do. And if I get brave, I'm going to try and put some snow on this little tree. We'll see if we can pull it off. let's get it green first. Yeah, we'll try the Dragonfly Glaze. Basically, my idea is to coat, once we get the tree on here, is coating the entire globe in Dragonfly Glaze to give it kind of that glassy look. It'll be kind of glittery, but it will create kind of the illusion of glass, hopefully. And then the Santorini sparkle will also be back there, but it'll kind of define the difference between the Santorini here and the white Santorini here. So we'll see. Could be a complete failure. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Okay, what's everybody's favorite holiday traditions? Do you have favorite things you do? Somebody asked me that the other day, and I was like, I'm sure there are things we do. Like we have an elf on the shelf in the house that's been running around. We do the Christmas cookies. We always watch the movie Elf on Christmas Eve. And the kids love that. And I love that movie. It's cute. And it's always hard to like wait until Christmas Eve to watch it. Like I want to watch it today, but I suppose we could watch it more than once. It wouldn't hurt anything. Hi, Tabitha. It's good to see you. And your daughter. Tell her I said hi. And that I think she should try the Marion Bright Rock, the super easy dotted one. Yeah, I've done it, Tammy. I've done the Dragonfly Glaze for glass, like a wine glass before, and it kind of worked. So that was kind of cool. So it's just a thought. Like I said, it could completely fall apart on us. Who knows? But we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to come back to the gold for a second while the green is drying, and let's see what we can do here. So, favorite holiday traditions. What do you guys do? Does it matter if you think it's silly? Let's just, whoops, there goes the gold paint. Something you do every year, or I don't know, something you really enjoy doing with family, with kids, with grandkids, quiet time to yourself. What do you like to do? We're trying to figure out what to eat for Christmas Eve. I think we're going to do a prime rib on Christmas Day. We'll have, I believe, the grandmas and one other family member here, so it won't be a huge gathering, but Christmas Eve, I am half tempted to say let's get Chinese takeout, but we probably should make something. So, and I probably should figure it out soon because it's going to sneak up on us. Don't compare, Tammy. It'll kill you. I can't remember the last time I made a snow globe, actually. I've done it, but I haven't. So this was a good idea. So thank you for the good idea. Oh, fun. You and the grandkids string up popcorn and cranberries. How fun. How fun. Popcorn and cranberries sounds great. While I'm here, I'm going to outline. Am I going to outline the globe? I'm going to wait till I get the Dragonfly Glaze on to outline the globe. Let's see here. Let me look at my inspiration again. Do I want to put snow on this? I think I will try a little bit. So what I'm going to try and do is put a little bit of snow along the bottom edges, like under here, under our three little layers. Oh no, your fingers are sore from doing it? Okay, maybe it's not so fun. In my mind, I immediately thought, oh my gosh, that sounds messy. For having a littler person in the house, it sounds a little messy for me. So I won't be stringing up any popcorn. Yeah, you know, we'll eat the popcorn. Oh, and my brush has one of those little annoying strings poking up off of it, which is just fun. So I'm going to put this white, and then I think I might also add, I brought the hologram glitter over here because, you know, glitter is life. So I got it over here. And that might be a nice addition to the snow. Tammy's asking if everyone is ready for Christmas. Not yet. I don't feel as behind the gun as I normally do, but not yet. Not there yet. I'm thankful to be off work for till the new year, sort of. I'll be putting a little bit of remote time in from home to deal with some things, but not going to work and not doing the normal amount of work. It will be plenty busy in January when I go back. What's everybody else? Is everybody else ready? Do we have favorite traditions? I can't talk. I'm out of practice. Oh, this little string is going to make me crazy. I'm going to create our scallops a little bit here that we couldn't see. I'm not loving the snow right now, but I think we might be able to salvage it. It looks a little funny to me. Let's see here. Maybe, you know what it might be? It might be because it's on, like there's a white background behind it, so it kind of looks funny. So all the more case for some glitter, right? Or maybe we should have only put it on the top, dripping down. Let's see. Oh my goodness, this brush is last leg. And Tammy just has to do more cooking. I'm glad you enjoy it. That makes it more fun for sure. If you enjoy it, I find it stressful. But like I said, we'll have a small group, so I'm not loving this snow, Tammy, so I'm glad you think it looks good, but that's okay. I have to get hiding. I have so many rocks from doing the 12 days of Rocksmith that we need to go for a walk or something and get them out for people to have, because Christmas is like right around the corner. So maybe we'll do like a mass hyperlapse of hiding around the neighborhood, and do have to do some last minute shopping. So that's always fun, right? People get stressed about shopping, so maybe they'll find a rock and be happy. Let's see here. This is kind of dry, so I'm just going to fill in my areas that don't have total coverage, and I'm not too worried that it's kind of textured because I'm sort of glopping it on. I'm not worrying about smoothness too much because I'm going to put the hologram glitter on top, so that has its own texture, so I'm not super worried about the fact that this is a little bumpy. No. And then I think I'm going to let that dry just a tad bit. And put the glitter on first so that then we could add the Dragonfly Glaze, because we definitely want everything to be dry before the Dragonfly Glaze goes on. So the next thing I'm going to add is the hologram glitter. You guys should be familiar with this. This is actually a big bottle if you look at it compared to the normal. This is a normal craft paint bottle. And I go for gold with the glitter paint because this one I use. I don't do that with all the glitter paints. I don't even know if they make all the glitter paints this big, but this one they do. And I will use it because I use it a lot on everything. And I've found I ran out and bought more, like when I first got introduced to Dragonfly Glaze. I think Full Spectrum, which is what this is, was the first one I got introduced to. And then they have like a gold, violet, red shift and a green, blue, and they have all these versions that are a little bit more like color specific, and I have several of them, but I like this one the best. I use this one, like if I were to recommend to somebody, I would say buy this one and don't mess with the rest, just because it's full spectrum. So it's kind of got, you can kind of see here, it's got the full like spectrum of the rainbow. And so when you turn it, when you have it on something, it kind of picks up on the colors you're using, which is nice. So, and this Extreme Hologram Glitter is kind of similar. It's just, it's a thicker, it's more of a chunky glitter. So like if you were going to write on top of this, it would have bumps. But the Dragonfly Glaze goes on pretty darn smooth. So I'm going to kind of chunk this on real quick because I want it to look like snow, and snow is not perfect. So chunk away. Lumpy bumpy glitter paint is okay in our world today. Trying to think if there's any room to write anything on this if I want to, or just leave it alone. Sometimes it's best to just leave things alone when you start overthinking what else to add, right? Yeah, so full spectrum is smooth, but it is slick, I guess, is how I would describe it. So it does take some kind of almost warming the pen up, the paint pen, to get it on there. But it's my favorite. It's my favorite of the colors. I think it goes with everything, and it just has the best sparkle to it out of all the ones that I've purchased. And I think there are some other brands that have tried to trying to kind of create something similar to Dragonfly Glaze. What's the brand that Michaels carries? Is it Deco Art maybe? There's another one, and I tried it, and it's not as good as Dragonfly Glaze in my opinion. But somebody else might like it better. It's a little more affordable, so that's to be considered too, if price is a concern. But it just wasn't quite as multi-dimensional as, oh yeah, Extreme Glitter is hard to write on because it does have that bumpy texture. So I don't tend to write on it, or if I do, it's probably going to be something really big and blocky, and I might kind of use a paint pen to get the gist of what I want down, and then I use a paintbrush to fill in the writing. So yeah, this Extreme Hologram Glitter that I'm using on the snow is definitely bumpy, not something you want to write on. Or you could do your writing and then add this very carefully around your writing if you wanted the same kind of sparkle, because it does give a good sparkle off for sure. That's one of the reasons I like it. So we're slowly, I don't know if you'll be able to see the glitter. Let's see. The light will cooperate a little bit. So you can see it's chunky. So this is going to take a moment to dry, I think. So what I might do is I'm going to outline the base while that's drying and see. I think I'm going to use a Posca PC1MR. I still need to do a quick video or some pictures, Tabitha. I have not forgotten, because she asked me what the difference was between the Posca 1M and the 1MR, I believe. And I thought it was a size thing. I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you look, this one says 0.7 millimeters and this one says 0.7 millimeters. So I was like, okay, it's not a size thing, but the tips of them are different. So can you see the difference in the tips there? So this pointy one over here, this one has a tendency, if you go too fast or if you drag it across anything rough, it'll splatter. That's one downside to it. And these are just very good for writing. I like these PC1MRs for writing. They're smooth and it's almost like a roller ball kind of. It reminds me of like those pens you see that have the roller balls on them, but they just are very smooth. And I don't think I've ever had one of these splatter on me. Of course, I went wider than the gold. Let's see here. Let's see if we can fix that. Find a little thicker. Yeah, these are just the best, but I know the white ones are hard to come by right now. I don't know if it's part of the supply chain mess that we're dealing with or what, but the white ones are hard to find or they're pretty pricey when you do find them. So keep that in mind. So there's our base, sort of. Make these lines so thick they're going to be ridiculous in a second. And then I brought, you guys should be familiar with this guy too, the Sakura Pigma fine line brush pen. Is really good for fine line details because it has this, come on camera, it's got like a, it's basically like a brush tip. So when you bend it, so I have something I can bend it on. If you it push on it and it kind of bends like a brush. So that allows you to get some different thicknesses out of it. Oh goodness. Oh, that's cute. You spent a lot on rock painting supplies. It is easy to do. I feel kind of bad because a lot of the stuff that I show you guys, I've built all of this up over probably 4 years, if you think about it. I didn't get it all at once, and I've learned now not to necessarily like run out and buy something new the minute that I see someone else using it, because sometimes I might not like it, or it just, I don't need to have it all right now. So I feel you, and just know that I'm just showing you what I use, and take it with a grain of salt, and don't feel like you have to rush out and go buy everything because you might not like everything that I use too. But yeah, it's definitely been a ride. I don't even want to add up the amount of supplies that I've got going on and what that might be worth. Now I'm not sure if I like this black outline on the tree or not either. It's kind of strange, a little stark, but hopefully that helps a bit. So now I feel like it looks funny here because we had snow on the bottom of the tree and then on the top of the tree. Goodness. Well, I may not like my tree, but hopefully we can make the globe cooperate. And I think the glitter paint feels dry enough that I think we could get the Dragonfly Glaze on without too much trouble. I'm literally going to put it around the whole thing, over the top, under, the whole globe. We're going to fill it all in and see how this goes. I'm not guaranteeing any results until this gets resin on it. That it's going to look right. Oh, yes, the watercolors. I did play around with them, and I'm thinking I might be able to get like a short video out about them. Oh shoot, I gotta wait till that black dries. Yikes. I forget that the glitter can sometimes almost scratch the surface of the stone. So like the black paint pen that I just put on. So I'm gonna go around the tree for starters, and then we'll fill it in because I don't want that to smear. But yes, I did play with the watercolors a little bit, and they are, I need to get my my sea legs about me with them, but holy moly, are they pretty. They are so sparkly. So sparkly. But yeah, I am hoping to do a video with those soon. Yes.
This is your only book?
Yeah, I'm making a snow globe like you made at school. Just not as cute, because you were way cuter in the middle of your snow globe than my tree.
Wait, how close are you to being done?
Not too far.
No, what do you have to do?
I have to finish the rock. Why?
No, but what do you have to do to finish the rock?
I'm covering it in glitter paint right now so that it looks like glass. Because you know how a snow globe, your Santa snow globe that you have has glass, and then you look through and see all the snow. That's what I'm trying to make it look like. And I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. We'll see.
How much has dried so far?
Quite a bit, actually.
Okay.
All right. So we have this Dragonfly Glaze is probably going to take a bit to dry, that we may not want to sit here and watch it dry, because it's kind of, I'm convinced that glitter paints are made with something that resembles the formula for like Elmer's glue. That's what it reminds me of, and it smells like it a little bit. So I feel like there might be a watered down version of Elmer's glue with glitter in it.
Oh, there is.
It is? That's what it is? Do you work for the paint company? How do you know these things?
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But can I watch YouTube?
Yes, go get the tablet. So I don't know how much sparkle you'll be able to see. You can kind of see it's wet on there and it's drying.
Oh, Mama, I got water in my shoes.
Well, maybe take them off and let your little socks dry then. So that's there. I'm going to let that dry for a second. And I am going to, you were hoping to see a snow globe. Maybe that needs to be on the list for next year's 12 Days of Rocksmith. I am going to start much sooner next year for that one. So maybe I'll write that down as a 12 Days of Rocksmith tutorial for next year. So while that's drying, I did want to show you guys, I don't know if you saw the post. This is going to be a challenge in my technology here. If I can share this with you, I'm going to show you this post that went up. This went up this morning on the YouTube channel, and I think it's up on also Instagram and Facebook if you're following over there to see it. So I decided it would be fun to do another challenge like we did for the back to school, where you get to submit rocks and then we'll put them in the video for a special New Year's video. So what I decided to do, that I thought it would be easy. So I'm not a New Year's resolution person. I'm just not. I think it's probably because I've never stuck to one in my life. But I've seen this trend in recent years where there's people pick a word of the year going into the new year, which also can feel kind of New Year's resolution-y, if that's a word, but I like the concept of it. And I remember last year coming out of 2020, the word resilience kept popping up to me like that. That was something that I was hoping for our family and for other people, because it was just such a crazy year. And 2021 hasn't been all that different. It's still been a little bit more roller coastery, I think, than most of us wanted. So my thought was, let's do a word of the year, or words, because I don't know that I can pick just one, but think of a word or words that you would want to call your word or words of the year, and then put each word on a kindness rock, and you can send me the photos by December 30th, and I'll get it in a special New Year's video. And on the post, on the community tab, it's got a link right here that you can go to. And that's where you can submit the photos. So it's just a Google form that, asks for your name and You can say where you're located and be as vague as you want or not. And if it's a little too specific, I'll make it vague because I don't want you to put yourself in danger by putting your location on the internet. But so I just wanted to bring it up here since you guys are kind of really regular watchers. So I wanted to put that on there and make sure you knew about it if you wanted to participate. And then I will show you because this is still kind of drying. I think we'll be able to get the outline on it pretty quick here, but I'll give you a sneak peek for Tuesday's video. I wasn't sure if I'd get one out before Christmas, but check this out. Tammy, you liked that yin yang snowflake? I made a ladybug snowflake. So this will be the video for Tuesday. And I made eyelashes out of glitter paint. It was the Dragonfly Glaze, and I'm curious how well that's going to show up when I put resin. So that's a task after this, is I'm going to go get resin on this, and this has the full spectrum Dragonfly Glaze underneath, and then it has the hologram glitter paint on top of the snowflakes. So no shortage of glitter paint. Oh, good. I'm so glad your daughter and you will be participating again. That was so fun. So yeah, I'm hoping to get lots of rocks from all of you for the New Year's rock. I think it'll be fun. And as long as I can get it edited, I think I will have a traveling rocks video out for you this week also from when I went to Las Vegas last weekend. I did have time to run out and kind of shoot some sights, and it's just sights of Las Vegas, I guess, and hide some rocks so I can show them to you. And it was kind of a crazy trip because we were sitting at dinner on Monday night with all of my work people, and like 5 of us got a text message that our flight had been canceled for the next day to come home. And grandma was here helping with the kids and had to go to her own event that day. So I was planning to fly back and be here in time to get Sammy from his after school program. So it was like mass panic. And then I was going to have to fly, instead of flying direct, fly through Long Beach or some crazy business. And then I was able to get on a slightly later flight, got home fine. It was snowing. It was good. So yeah, the ladybug I think you guys will like this. The ladybugs have done well. I think people like these because they're pretty easy to do. They're fun. This one's on a homemade stone, so I'll link in that video description to how to make your own stones if you haven't tried that yet. There's something you can spend money on for supplies. That's fun too. So, oh, you guys are so cute. Oh, good. See, it's already good feedback on the ladybug so far. That's good. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are enjoying the channel. I don't think I could have told you how this was going to go when I first started it. I didn't know what I was doing. So it's very cool that we have this little community here now. The one extra thing I think I'm going to do to this is I'm going to add like a little line right here to kind of indicate like reflection or shine on the, like if it were real glass. And so this is where the Poscas don't love writing on Dragonfly Glaze because it's really slick. So you just have to kind of prime the pen on paper, and then it will eventually cooperate for you. So there's a little line. And the example that I had pulled up had snowflakes or like little dots for snow in the background, but that won't show up on here. So I think I'm just I might give this another coat of Dragonfly Glaze when we get off, just to make it super shiny. And then we'll be good to go. I need to get some resin on it so I can hide it. It does feel a little blank and a lot white to me right now. So maybe I can add some Christmas ornaments to it. I just didn't bring any colored paint over here. So maybe I might dress it up a little bit more before I show you the final product. I have a whole bunch of rocks over there that I need to take a massive picture of that we've done in all the live streams leading up to the holidays. And I just haven't shared them yet because I was in resin craziness trying to get everything resined and do the 12 days of Rocksmiths. So I think we might wrap it up here. You know about the New Year's contest or challenge. It's not a contest, something to participate in. We've done an easy snow globe, and we're going to write this down for next year for 12 days of Rocksmiths. And I hope that if you celebrate Christmas, that you have a very, very wonderful Christmas surrounded by the folks that you love, and that it's not stressful. And if it gets stressful, stop doing whatever's making it stressful and just tell them it's not worth it. Your family loves you, and being together, I think, is the important part. And we can kind of be a little more together this year than I think we were able to be last year. So I just wish you the best for the holidays. I probably will not be able to do the live stream next Sunday. I think we're going to be on play it by ear status. I have to drive the older kids over the mountains to see other family members, and so I'm supposed to drive that day unless it's snowing. If it's snowing, I will be here. So we will kind of be in play it by ear status for next weekend. It's all going to be weather dependent at this point. So we'll see how that goes. I may try, since I'm off, maybe to do some random middle of the week, middle of the day type of live stream to make up for it. So if you have a good day and time that works for you, otherwise I'll maybe stick with the 1 o'clock time and just alert you to what day of the week it'll be, since it might be middle of the week. But it's highly likely that our live stream on Sunday next weekend won't happen unless it's snowing, which I would also be happy about snow. So wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Enjoy, hide those rocks, spread the kindness, and I will see you soon. If not on here, I'm still in here. I answer all the comments, and I've been trying to premiere the videos at like 7 o'clock in the morning on Tuesdays so that I can get on and chat live with you guys, even though they're short videos. So that seems to be working well for the people that can get on at that time. So anyhow, everybody have an amazing, amazing, amazing Christmas, and I will see you after the holidays, before next year. I will see you before next year, but have an absolutely wonderful holidays. Take care, everyone. Bye.